Thank you, Minister, for being here. Will the government waive, being the most senior official that's been here in this committee so far, will the government waive cabinet confidence and solicitor-client privilege on the documents ordered by this committee?
Thank you for the question, Mr. Motz. The government has received the motion and the public service is working on it diligently. I think everyone here appreciates the importance of cabinet confidentiality.
Thank you, which means that we won't get anything probably. Ms. Freeland, senior officials from your department who are with you here today had appeared before our committee this spring earlier, and yet none of the witnesses you offered could speak to the economic implications that we asked of them from the protest in February. It's convenient for you, considering you put great stock not only in the invocation of the Act, but also in your statements today, claiming economic justifications for declaring a national emergency. Will you make available to this committee the appropriate expert witnesses who can actually defend these claims, these economic claims?
I can quote two experts if you'd like right now.
I don't want to quote them. I want them to name them from your department that can come here to this committee.
Well, a couple of experts I think it is worth listening to are Flavio Volpe, president of Canada's Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association.
Oh, sorry.
He was quoted widely in the press.
No, I'm sorry. The question was from your own department. Who from your department can answer specific questions on the economic impact that we asked last time that we couldn't get answers for? And can you provide them? Just a yes or no. If you could give us those witnesses and provide them, that'd be awesome, please.
As a former journalist, Mr. Motz, I always believe in going to primary sources, and another source I would urge you to, whose testimony I would urge you to refer to, is Michigan Representative Elissa Slotkin, who made some very concerning comments during the blockades about the implications for the United States trading relationship with Canada.
Well, again, that doesn't necessarily have any impact on my question or the answer to my question on the expert witnesses from your department. My question then, relating to your department, did anyone in government instruct public servants to conjure up an economic narrative to support its decision to invoke the Emergencies Act?
No.
Was the government informed at any point by public servants that the economic data either didn't exist, that it did not answer the questions you wanted to be answered, or did not produce the results you preferred to hear? And if so, did the government instruct those public servants to generate numbers to back up its claims, regardless of the data problems?
Mr. Motz, I am Canada's finance minister. I was our chief negotiator during the NAFTA negotiations, or I led the negotiations, assisted very ably by Steve Verheuel. I personally had many conversations and read many reports which caused me to be very concerned about the economic consequences of the illegal blockades and occupation. I spoke directly with Canadian business leaders who told me that they were hearing from investors that their confidence in Canada as an investment destination was shaken. I spoke directly from and read the comments of many U.S. political leaders who spoke about how the blockades were encouraging protectionism
but my question was about
Canada.
Within your own department. So you may not be aware of this, but there's a reason I'm asking that question. Just so that you are aware, your opening statements made some suggestions that, and the word you used was trade disrupted. But Stats Canada has reported that the cross-border trade actually in Ontario and Alberta during the time of the blockade was up 16% compared to last year. So it appears as if, although disruptive and inappropriate and illegal, the blockades of the borders did not have the economic impact that you're suggesting, and that it certainly did not warrant the use of the Emergencies Act in order, as you suggest. One other question I may have. So you said that there's 280 accounts that you froze, around $8 million, you suggest. What caused the government to continue to freeze those bank accounts after the blockades were cleared and the trucks were gone from Wellington?
I have to go back to your previous assertion about the economic damage, Mr. Motz, because I was very gravely concerned about the damage to our trading relationship with the United States and our reputation as a reliable partner. I have to quote Representative Slotkin, who said, "One thing that couldn't be more clear is that we have to bring American manufacturing back home to states like Michigan."
So you're disputing
we have to
Stats Canada?
continue the work.
Your 5 minutes is up.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Chair. Minister, I share the frustration of many of my colleagues around this table. We've danced for 90 minutes and don't have any answers at all, actually. And it appears as if you refer to that binder a lot. Would it, in its entirety, can you present it to the committee? Yes or no?
I make no apology for preparing
well, are you-
carefully for appearances
Fine,
like these.
can you present that binder to the committee,
And I
please?
believe in doing my homework. These notes are for my own personal use.
Well, can you present them to committee, yes or no? Obviously, that's a no. Did you sign the memorandum to cabinet proposing the declaration of the emergency?
I don't recall precisely who signed it, but I hope I did, and I would be happy to have signed it.
Thank you.
Mr. Motz, Mr. Varani?